I'm Cathy Hotka. I'm here with my friend Pareiya Gupta, who is the product manager for GStore, and we're here to ask her about it. Good morning.
Good morning, Kathy.
Pareiya, tell us something about you.
I'm leading the product management and go-to-market strategy for GStore, which is Grey Orange retail offering. My background has mostly been in product management for finance, supply chain, and now the retail industry. I've spent 6 years with Grey Orange, and I've been deeply involved in building the core platform layer for warehousing solution called the Grey Matter. Since the last 1 year or so, I've been, actively leading the retail offering. And to me, I think there's an interesting overlap between the supply chain and the retail industry, right? Because now, the stores are nothing but mini fulfillment centers. So you need the expertise of fulfillment center automation, right? Which can be brought into the store automation world.
Retail stores have a lot of challenges these days. What do you see as some of the most significant?
I think one of the biggest challenges that we're seeing with most retailers is lack of inventory accuracy, right? Inventory is basically the base for everything else, be it, helping your walk-in customers to find an article, right? And if the customer cannot find an article within a few minutes, or the store associate cannot help find the right article within a few minutes, you end up losing that sale. Inventory accuracy not only leads to a poor customer experience, it also leads to loss of omni-channel revenue, right? Because you'll either end up doing order rejections, or you'll end up fulfilling them at a very high cost. And from the bottom line standpoint, I think there are simply too many applications for the store staff to deal with, right? There's an application for receiving, another application for replenishment, for customer experience, for omni-channel fulfillment, analytics, and so on, right? And you're training your store staff, which is not going to stay with you for more than a few months, right? And that's the attrition that we're seeing. That's the reality of the market. And most of these applications don't even talk to each other. So they're not only providing a inefficient experience from the employee standpoint, they're also giving a very disconnected experience to the customers at the end of the day. There is clearly a need for a better solution, right? One that creates a seamless omni-channel experience. And I think Paula says it really well in one of her blogs, right? It takes the right people with the right process and the right technology to solve for all of this. You can't have one or two and expect everything to work. You need all three. You need the right people with the right processes and the right technology.
Pareiya is referring to our mutual friend Paula Rosenblum of Retail Systems Research, who's a goddess in this industry. What is your solution? What is GStore, and what does it do?
GStore is a single application that connects all these functions that we just talked about, right? And helps you transform your store into a customer experience zone and an omni-channel fulfillment center, right? It sits on top of your existing ERP systems, integrates with all the technology that you have in your store, be it a POS system or other systems, and basically creates a single application for your store staff, so that they exactly know what to do, when to do it, where in the store it has to be done, and what is the SLA around it. It gives you end-to-end inventory management, omni-channel fulfillment, workforce management and intelligent tasking. And if anything goes wrong in the store, the system has the ability to create a remediation task to make it right. Right. So it is very different from how, our competitors are really solving it, which is a very checklist based method, tasking method of giving the store staff, all of these other things that need to be done. The system has to be dynamic enough to create the right task at the right time for the right associate, right? Because, it's a dynamic environment in the store. Sometimes your walk-in customers are creating that pressure in the store. Sometimes your omni-channel fulfillment is very, very high, right? Sometimes you have a lot of reservations from other store and whatnot. So the system has to intelligently prioritize the right task for the right associate, right? And of course, if you have RFID, the inventory accuracy can be next level. We're talking about 99% or even higher, right? The system has the ability to collate millions of records in real time and process them to create the right tasks, the right dashboards, and the right insights for all the different personas. And it not only caters to your store manager, store associates, it also caters to your store managers, your area managers, your merchandisers, your operations leadership, your customer support, right? By giving them the right analytics, the right dashboards on demand, get actionable insights and recommendations, and also take action from the same tool itself.
You mentioned inventory distortion. I think that's a huge problem for consumers. They get to a shelf, the item's not there. The item could be in the store, but it could be in the back room. Is that the biggest value that customers are seeing from GStore?
Absolutely, as you said, effective inventory or inventory accuracy is the key, right? The ability to find an article at the right time within a few minutes within the store, so that you don't lose the revenue, be it for your walk-in customers or for your omni-channel orders, right? And then if an item gets sold, or if it gets moved, or even if it gets lost, the system can identify it within a couple of minutes, right? And create a task to basically fix it or to action on it, be it by, replenishment or by a movement task or whatever it is, right? Once the retailer gets hands-on their inventory accuracy, the next thing that we do is, help transform their customer experience and their employee experience, right? And I think the third biggest point here is, having a single full service application for your store staff that can just be deployed within a few weeks, right? Without interrupting any of your existing systems. That's another most, very important point that the retailers are seeing with us. And maybe we can talk about a few examples here. H&M and COS could really see the difference right away. With COS, actually, the holiday season was a huge turning point for us, because the traffic was high and we saw a tremendous impact on their top line, their bottom line, and even their inventory accuracy, right? We're also working with a pet retailer, for 1,700 stores globally. And the biggest focus over there is going to be inventory management and omnichannel enablement. So basically, the biggest value, if I were to sum it up, is going to be around, inventory management, your omnichannel enablement, and transforming your customer experience and an employee experience, right?
So I'm guessing that a key element of GStore is AI, which is what everyone is talking about these days. What are you doing with AI?
AI has actually been in the supply chain side for a very long time, and we've actually successfully implemented in our gray matter software, and we're basically bringing in all those learnings and implementing them on the retail side as well. And that is precisely why the experience on the fulfillment side has been instrumental for Grey Orange to build GStore. Maybe we can talk about a few examples here, right? How we're using LLM, one of the fields of AI, to help transform the stores. If you think from the consumer standpoint, if you think from the customer standpoint, more and more people want to go to the stores. They want to physically come to the store, talk to people, get assisted and whatnot, right? And they want to have that sense of relatability. So if you have billboards or digital billboards in the store, how you can basically evolve their advertisements and images on the models that you're seeing according to the demographics of the store that, of the store visiting, right? So that people can relate a lot more to it, right? Another example could be with by triggering, voice-based commands, from the store staff, right? It could potentially help the store staff go hands-free and do the operations and interact with the customer and get assistance from the system intelligently and, assist the customers, right? Another one could be around intelligent insights and recommendations that you could potentially give to your merchandisers, right? Or your even leadership. For example, if someone could ask a simple question like, what would happen if the store sale would increase by 10%, right? What is the impact that would create? All of those, more complicated questions, answering which would take, days or weeks for, by collating all the data and manipulating them, AI can actually help you get those answers much faster. So that's just a glimpse into it.
These are all the features that the folks who come to the Store Operations Council say that they want.
Wow.
So how can people learn more about GStore?
You can visit our website, gstore.greyorange.com, or you can simply just call me or email me. And please do connect with me on LinkedIn. We're going to be at the Retail Transformation Assembly in Austin in October. And then we're also going to be in an RF in January. And we'd love to, meet you all there.
That sounds like a plan. We'll see you there. And thank you so much.
Thanks, Cathy.